There is not enough coffee in the world for me today.
Hey guys, Marcy here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a very quick, easy, fresh looking makeup look. I'm sorry, I'm extremely tired. Long story short, I had a very long day yesterday. It ended up being like a 15-hour day, and that is a 15-hour day with a full face of makeup on. The radio station's birthday was yesterday. Every year they have a big bash. In case you guys don't know, my life outside of YouTube, my career is actually in media. I work in the radio industry. Long story short, I had to do my shift at the radio station and then go to the event center. Well, I basically worked from 10 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning when I got home. So I am very tired. Unfortunately, I still have stuff I have to do today, so I need to look not like I just died for the past 15 hours. So I figured what a better way to show you guys a good, quick, easy, fresh looking look than with what I'm doing right now. And most of these products are drugstore or affordable products. So I'm gonna throw it over to my little voiceover and we are going to begin. As always, if you like this look, give it a good thumbs up. You can always subscribe to me. I put videos out every week, and you can follow me on all kinds of social media on Instagram and Snapchat at Mommakeupnmore, just like it is here. Love you guys. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Okay guys, so as you can see, here is just my bare face. Not very good looking at all. The first thing I'm going to do is spray my face. This is a mixture of MAC Fix Plus and the Mario Badescu, I think it's rosewater spray. I just had a little bit left, so I just combined them together, and that's going to give me a little bit of dewiness and hydration. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX Q10 Renew Skin Elixir. You guys just saw me talk about this in my March favorites. I said I use this as kind of like a nice moisturizing base, and then I go in with a little bit of a primer afterwards to help with pore filling, but I find this just really hydrates and smooths out my skin. It smells nice, it's very lightweight and watery, and it's just great to use if you have dry, sensitive skin. Then I'm going to go in with the Faced Primed and Poreless. I don't really like this primer, but it was a sample size, and I really just wanted to kind of finish it out. But I'm just putting this in the areas on my face where my pores are enlarged, which is generally in my T-zone area. So like the nose, the apples of my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead and my chin. But there's just something about this formula. I personally don't like it. I would prefer to use a different one, but we're just going to roll with it. And I'm just going to push this into my skin. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of color correcting / concealer. This is the Age Rewind from Maybelline. It is in the Neutralizer one. It is a very yellow base, so it's going to help cancel out your under eye circles, especially if you have more purple under eye circles. If blue, you'd want to use something more peach, but my under eye circles are purple. So I'm just going to dab that all over my eye area. So I'm just going to push it in and blend it out with a beauty blender. Then I'm going to use that same neutralizer and just go over areas of my face where I'm broken out, just to give it a little bit of coverage, just so they don't come through as bad when I put the foundation on over it. And once I'm done dotting all of those areas on my face, I'm just going to do the same thing, push them in with the beauty blender and blend them out. Then we're going to get into brows. I'm going to use the ANASTASIA new Brow Definer for this one. And I'm just going to use the spoolie to put all of my brow hair in the same direction and then just begin lining them. Now, you guys know I am not a huge fan of this product, but I paid $23 for it, so you better believe I'm going to use it up. But will I be repurchasing this? Absolutely not. I'd much rather a NYX one. Next, I'm going to go in with this Brow Tint Mascara from ULTA. I really, especially for being an ULTA brand product, I really do like this. I've never used like the Benefit one or Glossier or anything like that, but for the price and for how well this works, I really, really love this. It is my daily go-to. Sometimes I don't even fill in my brows and I just use this. So we're going to start with the eyes next. I'm using the Morphe M433, and you just saw the Sugar Pop palette. So I'm just going in with that light shade. I think it's Peaches and Cream, and I'm just putting that in my transition area. So I'm just going in with that light peach shade on the bottom, and we're just going to put that all over our lid into our transition area. Then I'm going to go in with Rock Candy, which is that like white cream color on top. And I'm just going to go right over the transition into the brow bone with that. Then I'm going to take that pretty macaroon color, and I'm just going to use a little bit of it, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Next, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Eye Crayons. So this is the color Everlasting Rose. It's just a really pretty color. I'm going to put that all over the lid. And then on the outer corner of the lid, I'm going to go in with this gold color from them. I don't know if these are still available or not, but if you cannot find them, I know Rimmel makes a bunch of eye crayons just like these, as does Maybelline just came out with their color tattoos. So all I'm doing after I apply the cream crayons is I'm just taking that same Morphe blending brush and just blending it all together. And I love using these crayons because you see how easy that was. It took me 10 seconds to apply just a little bit of blending it out around the edges and you are done. They're great for travel. They're just so easy to use. They're really beautiful. They're super pigmented and I just love them for easy looks like this. Next, I'm going in with my Morphe waterline brush, and I'm going to take that malted milk ball shade, that sparkly brown shade in the Sugar Pop palette, and I'm going to just smudge it around the bottom rim of my eye. I'm also going to basically use it as an eyeliner, the shadow as an eyeliner, and kind of just go along my lash line and just wing it out ever so slightly. And then we're going to start with the foundation. For this, I wanted to do a tutorial showing this INSTA-FIX Revlon foundation that I talked about in my haul with you guys. I am in the shade number 140 Nude. It matched me the best, although it is still a little, just a teeny bit too dark for me. But I'm basically just going to put this all over my face and then blend it out. And you guys will see it blends really, really easily. It shears down really nice, but I mean, with it being a stick foundation, it can look cakey in areas where you maybe have bigger pores or something like that. And since it is a stick foundation, I do not think oily people are going to like it, just because I found that if I didn't set this kind of well, that it would move around on my face. Areas that I had covered that were acne prone or redness became visible again, and then it looks fine at first, but after a couple hours it starts to move around and that's when it can look cakey and oily and patchy. So I think it really just depends on your skin type. So I gotta play around with it a little bit more until I can really figure out if I like it or not. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Neutralizer again and just go right over what I went over originally, as well as do a little bit of highlighting. So on my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, my chin. I find this look to be really quick and really easy, especially since you're basically just using the same products over and over again, and the products you are using, at least for me personally, are just really easy products to use and work with. So if I wasn't filming this video, I could probably do this whole look in 10 minutes. Next, I'm going to go in with this Benefit Roller Lash, and you guys know how I am with falsies. No falsies, but just a little bit of mascara, and that's it. Now, of course, if you're a falsie person, you know, you can put your falsies on. More power to you. Just, I am not a falsies kind of girl. Then we are going to go in with blush. This is a TRE'STIQUE blush. I got this in my Ipsy bag. It's this pretty coral color. It is a cream blush that you can use as blush and as lipstick. And I'm just dabbing it on the apples of my cheeks and then blending it out. And it just gives this really nice corally spring look. Just a little pop of color to the cheeks. I'm also going to be using this on my lips as well. I'm also going to be using this little trusty crayon. This is a lip crayon that I also got in an Ipsy bag. And I'm just going right over the center part of my lips for this, just to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. And then I'm going to go in with my COTY AIRSPUN, and we are just going to put this all over the face to set that foundation in. I'm not baking, I'm not doing anything crazy like that. I'm just lightly patting it all over my face and then blending it in and wiping the excess off. Next, we're going into the Park Ave Princess palette. I love this palette. I'm just using a little bit of the blush that's in it just to go over and set the blush we did. And sorry for the change. I actually had to stop and get the baby ready and everything for her appointment. And then I came back and finished filming after the appointment. So now we're going to go in with the bronzer, and I'm just going to put it on the typical outer parts of the face. If you're confused as to where to actually place your bronzer, think about making a giant 3 on your face. So you're basically just going from your temples down to your cheekbones where you would naturally contour at, and then down under your jawline. So basically just a giant number 3 or letter E or however you want to look at it, and those are the main parts of your face that you want to bronze. I do like to go a little heavy on my jawline and chin just because I do have that double chin fattiness going on. You don't have to do that. That's just a personal preference of mine. And then I just go right alongside the bridge of my nose. Then I'm going to go in with this Morphe M501 highlighter brush, and I'm going to use the highlighter out of that palette as well. Just hit it on the high points of my face, so the very top of my cheekbones, a little bit into my temples, down the nose. And then I just like taking a little bit of NYX Plus or some kind of setting spray, just spraying it on a beauty blender and then going over those areas I just did with the powder highlight. I like doing this especially if I have a powder highlight, just because it helps blend everything together, and then just set the face. And that is it, guys. That is the entire look. We are done. It is pretty easy, and you do use minimal products, and it just gives you a nice natural glowy look for spring and summer. So perfect if you're on the go, natural, nothing overboard. You're using a lot of the same products over and over again from the same palettes, and I just really love this look. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love yous. Bye.